Hey everybody, this is Butt Sanchez, the only YouTuber that made you realize you never had a better time on YouTube. Until now. Now we go into that wintry temple, but there's nothing of interest there because we don't have a crest to teleport in, but here we are back in the focus tower. This time we're going to talk to White here after we get this shield from this is kind of a strange chest because it's locked, and we got the key from Spencer in the last video, but this is the Venus shield, which is an upgrade to the steel shield, and it gives 10 defense, 12 evasion, plus 5 speed. Again, I don't really know why the shield gives speed, but whatever. It also makes Benjamin strong against the paralysis status effect, which is awesome because paralysis is extremely annoying in this game because monsters seem to cast it all the time. Until you get the shield, of course, but whatever. In addition, we can also get the Blizzard spell, which is a black magic spell, which will come in handy in the fire region of the game. As, well, Blizzard, which is a water-based attack, despite its name being like an ice attack, is effective against fire monsters. So that's kind of fun, so we kind of got lost there for a second. We had to go. Focus Tower here is kind of strange, because you only enter it from that side there to get two, like a shield and the Blizzard spell, but you have to enter it from over here and, just kind of go back through like the I don't know what you call it. Like, I call it the coin door stuff. Or whatever it is. I try to see if I can, like, take the pillar I moved over here, but I can't. So I don't know what I was kind of thinking there, but that's okay. I'll just kind of keep hopping around here. Go down the stairs here. And we'll use our brand new, I think it's the river coin is what it was called, the blue coin, to enter the blue door to get to the next region of the world, which is, I'll just call it Fireburg, even though that's the name of the town. And the town, or in the region in question until you beat the boss, has this extremely annoying earthquake effect where when you go to a new, like, section of the world map, the game will kind of have this earthquake effect. You'll see what I'm saying when I exit the focus tower momentarily here, but we're gonna experience that a lot, so just how fun that will be. So here it goes. Here comes the earthquake effect. Yep, there you go. It's really annoying. Just slows down the game unnecessarily. Anyway, let's go to Fireburg, where we actually find Tristan in the inn, and we actually have to talk to him to get a multi-key in order to enter one of the doors. But before I do anything, I'm going to try and figure out where this... there's a lady in here that sells a battle axe, which I think is right here, for 500 GP, which is an upgrade to our normal axe, which is great because we're going to be fighting some monsters that are weak to the axe-type attacks, and in addition, we'll be getting a new party member here called Ruben, who I'll give more information on him momentarily once I pick him up or whatever, but anyway, the battle axe has a base power of 62.5. Again, I don't know why they had this decimal stuff. It's probably rounded down anyway in the game. It's also axe elemental, so it's good against worms, crabs, trees, and I think frogs were the other one or something of that nature. So, useful weapon all around. Anyway, this is Ruben here, so we have to go help his dad. He stuck me on a boulder on a thing, but only his dad's friend knows how to use mega grenades. So, right off the bat, we're going to get not only the battle axe in this area, but we're also going to get the mega grenades, which are the final upgrade to the bomb tree of weapons, so that's awesome. There we go, taking a look over here. So Ruben is a little interesting. He has a Morning Star for his weapon, which is considered axe elemental type, so he's very effective, where the axe is very effective against all those types of monsters. He's a physical powerhouse, able to one-shot most monsters with physical attacks at this point in the game. He has a flame armor, which resists fire damage, which is awesome. But he seems to be the least popular party member for some reason, even though he's my personal favorite. Probably because he doesn't really know any spells, but he only knows the life spell. But I argue Tristan doesn't know any spells either. He only comes with a life spell. When you get Ruben again the second time, he actually comes for some reason with the white spell, which is a wizard type spell. I don't really understand it. We're going to go play the band here, or listen to the band, where you hear kind of like a Johnny B. Good kind of song, which is kind of fun. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun. Here's Tristan over here. I always find it kind of strange that he just gives you, if you want into someone's house, just gives you a multi-key so you can just waltz into people's houses and just interrogate them. If you talk to the guy over here, this is the only guy in the game that sells seeds, the best usable item in the game. It behooves you to grab as many as you can. I can only afford 5 there, which is why I went and bought the battle axe first, because I didn't want to miss my chance on that. So here we are, getting as many seeds as we can. With seeds, you almost never really have to use your weapons for the most part, because then you can just spam your spells as often as you want, but I still use weapons fairly often or whatever. So how do you use a Mega Grenade? You just throw it. That's it. So the Mega Grenades have a base power of 162. They're bomb elemental. And what makes them fun is you can throw them on the world map, which I demonstrate in some other spots. So you can destroy obstacles from afar. So sometimes now the puzzle mechanics in the game will have you go up like the side of a cliff or something, only to throw a bomb at the whatever you call it, at like an obstacle. So you have to kind of go loop to loop back around to get whatever. So we're gonna go to this battlefield here to get the whatever chest it is, the Mobius chest or something. Again, I edit out the 9 fights and just show you the last one. Ruben here just cleans house right there with 1 hit. The Gemini crest, awesome. I don't really know what it's used for, but we may as well get it because I'm trying to get every single item in the game, not necessarily items from the brown boxes. I edit out the traversing of the focus tower because it's honestly just not worth it, and go over to this battlefield to, again, edit out the 9 fights to fight this other thing here. Ruben just cleans house on that Neo, or whatever it is, a Squidite look-alike monster. And then we get the very powerful exit spell, which is for some reason a white level magic. It's also annoyingly placed in the magic screen as the first white spell. So sometimes when you're casting spells on your inventory screen, it's by default selected on the exit spell. So you got to make sure you pay attention, because you could accidentally exit yourself out of whatever dungeon you're in, so you gotta be careful. So the exit spell, as I said, returns you to the world map from a town, cave, or dungeon, which is awesome. I just go to Fireberg to save and heal a little bit. Go to this battlefield, and we get another item, which is the Thunder spell. And I also realized I had the wrong side panel at one point, so I switched it to the Crystal Fire, so that's good that I noticed it, so that's awesome. The exit spell can also teleport a single monster out of battle, but you get no experience or GP earned from that monster when you use it. So why would you ever use it? Well, sometimes there's some monsters that just always take like 2 hits to kill because no spell's very effective against them and whatever, so just use the exit spell, you'll be fine. The Thunder spell is kind of, I only use it in 1 fight, which is against the boss in the mine here. And I restart the game here because then I realize, oh, I got a new party member, so in order to not have the, whatever's the status effect bug, all you have to do is simply restart the game, and then your current party member will have his correct status, protection, ailments, and stuff like that, so that's why I did this. This is the mine. The mine's kind of a fun area, as these like one-way conveyor belts, and then like cat claw traversable, I don't know what you call it, scaling things or something, so a lot of stuff like that. We actually get another item here momentarily called the Charm Claw, which is an upgrade to the Cat Claw, which has 37.5 base power. On equip, it gives Benjamin +5 magic, so you want to use claws whenever you're trying to cast spells. You may notice I'm either using bombs or the claws often in this area, just because you can use Blizzard, because most of the, like for that example, I use a claw there, you didn't see the fight, but the Blizzard spell is effective against most of the enemies here. In addition, the Charm Claw can sometimes inflict poison and paralyze, which is what the normal Cat Claw does. But in addition, it can also sometimes sleep, confuse, and blind the monster. So it's kind of a fun item to use, even though if you have the Cat Claw or the Charm Claw, you're probably going to cast spells to kill the monsters anyway. It's not until you get the Dragon Claw, which has like the Petrify ailment, so it can just outright kill monsters in 1 hit, which is kind of fun. And here's the Charm Claw for you, so just going to show you enough. Look at all those status ailments it does. How fun. Just too much fun. Anyway, now we can kind of make a loop around this dungeon, the mines, which I kind of just, I think I just go down here and then I just edit out the thing here after I do the fight. But essentially, we go right back to the boss, or whatever, which is on the east side of the map here, and this is a Djinn. So this is the first boss in this video that will be showing up. See how the exit spell is the first spell in the spell book? It's really weaselly if you ask me, but whatever. So this is a Djinn. It's like a genie. It has 6,000 HP. It's fire elemental, but it's not weak to water spells, so I often just cast the thunder spell that I acquired on it. It's not a very hard boss for the most part. So give a little information on Djinns, because they're kind of weird. According to the etymology part section of the fandom wiki page of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Djinns are spirits mentioned in the Islamic theology who inhabit an unseen world in dimensions beyond the visible universe of humans. Together, the Djinn, humans, and angels make up the 3 sentient creatures of God. So the more you know. So why did I mention that? Because I have to, these fights usually go on for like a couple of minutes, and I just have to have something to say, because I don't like to have dead air. I mentioned this in another YouTube series that I've done, that if you're doing radio, it's a no-no to have dead air, because it just doesn't sound very professional, or whatever. So here's the Djinn, the second. He's third. He has 3 sprites. He's done about a third of his life already. He has 1 eye now. He looks like a cyclops, and he's going to eat us now or something. Casts fire. Fire is really annoying in this part in the game until I get the next helmet, the moon helm, which I'll get in the lava dome, but we'll talk about that later when I get it. Anyway, come on, Ruben. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt and telling people how great you are, but nope, you're just, you just miss with your Morning Star. But then again, you are wielding a Morning Star. It's kind of an awkward weapon to wield. Like, there's a reason why it wasn't used that often in formations and in battle. There's probably some documented cases where some people used Morning Stars, but I mean, there's a reason why most battle formations had everyone using spears or swords. Probably spears for the most part, just because they extended your reach. And you can defend your battle partners next to you and all that good stuff, but that's not the point. So here's the third sprite, so he's about a third of his life left right now. Yeah, the Djinn's giving poor Benjamin the business, but luckily every party member comes with the life spell, and we actually get the life spell in this video for Benjamin, so if our poor party member actually dies, then we will, I'm trying to target only Ruben there, because look at him, he's almost dead. That way I can, oh, he's probably dead now, but that's okay. Actually, no, he didn't die, surprisingly, but the Djinn is, well, he's dead, so that's not a big deal. So awesome, we killed the Djinn. We're going to heal poor Ruben. We're not going to cast Exit, otherwise we have to refight all the monsters except for the boss there. And there's a bunch of brown treasure chests containing explosives and potions. And there's Ruben's dad, Arian or Arian or something, I forgot how you pronounce it, but basically just throw a mega grenade, the boulder falls down and allows you to go up into the volcano area of this region, so that's always fun. Who knows how many countless monsters we kill from that boulder falling around, but whatever. Anyway, yep, Ruben, I knew you'd save me. Please head home to Mom. Yep, because this is just great writing in a Final Fantasy game. Like I said, the story, and I use that term loosely, I'm going to keep using that joke, by the way, when I'm referring to story in this game, is not that great. But that's okay, because it's just whatever. So in this cave down here, there's nothing really of interest here except for some brown treasure chests. We can use our, whatever it was, the gem. Do you have 10 GP for a cup of coffee? And it flies away. Like I said, there's nothing of use in this cave, just because the white is not even useful. Just ask for some money for coffee, because, you know, you just can't get enough of that. But anyway, I just kind of show off the some teleporting, and then I also show off how the brown chests restock themselves once you go back into them. I thought I'd just show that off for anyone that's not familiar with that. Get your heal potions, and I go back through here, so that's kind of fun, isn't it? No, not really, but and I accidentally throw a mega grenade there. That's not a big deal. I have 91 of them. Come to think of it, I've never actually run out of mega grenades and then actually used the mega grenade that have poor Benjamin use his bare hands. Maybe I should have done that, but I figured, what's the point? I didn't want to just sit there and throw 91 mega grenades over and over again. But whatever. This is the volcano. The volcano has some pretty good music here. Well, I mean, most of the music in this game is actually pretty good, except for the strong exception of Pazuzu's Tower. because Pazuzu's Tower sucks. Everything about that dungeon sucks, but I will bitch about that level in the next video, because we'll be going to Pazuzu's Tower. So right there in that chest is the spell White. It is a wizard spell, which is awesome because it's a very good wizard spell. So the spell White, it's a powerful non-elemental wizard magic that can destroy most enemies pretty quickly. Usually in the just one attack will kill them. It's also second in damage only to the spell Flare, which we get, unfortunately, in Pazuzu's Tower. Again, we'll be talking about that later. You get the best attack spell in the game and the best weapon in the game in Pazuzu's Tower. And the game designers purposely probably put those in Pazuzu's Tower to make up for the fact that that level sucks. Anyway, that's the spell White, so that's awesome. We're going to be using this pretty heavily on the bosses in this area, in the volcano and in Lava Dome here. So this is the volcano smoky section where, similar to the ice pyramid, we can't see any monsters. And we need something similar to the magic mirror. In this case, we need a gas mask. I'm not making this up. You need a mask in order to see, but for some reason, the monsters in the smoky area of the volcano they aren't really, like, I don't know, they're just not really, like, put out there that, like there's one coming up over here probably, but, like, there's just not that many. I think I only fought one in that smoky area entirely, and then I'll get the mask here, and then I can properly avoid the other one, so it's not over there. Whoops, wrong spot, but fight this, like, three-headed dog here, Cerberus, or whatever it is, and then we'll get the mask. We'll hear, like, the arrow spell sound effect play, and then now we go down to the volcano smoky section, and look, we can see a monster now, so awesome. And I'm happy I took the right path, because you can actually bypass the mask accidentally without even, like, picking it up, and then you don't even realize it. It's a pretty meaningless item like the magic mirror. I mean, in the volcano, you only use it in about a third of the level. In the ice pyramid, you use the magic mirror in at least a whole level, so I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but whatever. We only had to fight one monster without knowing where its location was on the world map, or on this map, without the mask. But now that we have the mask, we can at least, you know, find out, oh great, we're going to be fighting a monster, but whatever. Now, not much else to say except bypass that monster there thanks to the mask. I'm surprised the mask, like the smoky area doesn't, like, I don't know, harm you or something, but I guess that would make the game too difficult. But that's whatever. Here's the summit of the volcano. As you can see, you can kind of see, like, the background there shows you you're near the top. And in fact, the top is just right over here. So have fun. And right over there you see the boss of this area, which is the Medusa. So I actually died on my first attempt fighting the Medusa here, because the Medusa likes to spam the petrify element, which you'll see here, but I actually edited out the first death, so you only get to see the second part where I actually win. My friend Weasel was watching me play through the fire region of this map or whatever, and he watched me die here, so he got to see the game over screen, and well, not the game over screen, but the no give up prompt. Anyway, this is the Medusa. It has 6,500 HP. It's strong against water and wind elements. It has no weaknesses, but the white spell is very effective against her since it has a non-elemental attack. So watch it just mop the floor with this. So, or 1,300 damage with Ruben getting a critical hit there, and then the white spell does, even with the Charm Claw, slightly less damage than Ruben does just outright with his strength. How funny. So the Medusa attacks with several status effects, including Petrify, like I was saying. And like I said, it ended up getting the best of both poor Benjamin and Ruben, so just how it goes sometimes. I also like the third sprite for the Medusa because it, like, shows, like, the hair turning into snakes here, but then she just loses her hair, snake hair or whatever, completely. Becomes ridiculous looking with her bald hair. And they even, like, changed the sprite of her hand, like, going up to touch her head now, so she kind of looks like Will Smith's wife now. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that in case he's watching this. He's gonna come over, find me, and slap the shit out of me and say, "Get your name, my wife's name, out of your fucking mouth," or something. But that's just how it goes, I guess. As you see, Ruben got petrified there, so he almost got the business handed him. But we prevailed and now killed the Medusa. So now we enter the Lava Dome. So the lava dome, since you're in the first area of the lava dome, is you're in the crater of a volcano. It's unique in that the going all the way left will cause Benjamin to circle to the right side of the area, because keep in mind, lava dome is like a circular kind of a dungeon. It's a crater. I kept this fight in here at the Hot Wingz. Hot Wingz have 450 HP. They're fire elemental, but water doesn't. They're not weak or strong against water element. They are weak to wind and shoot attacks. So why did I keep this fight in here? They're not really that important. Well, my friend Weasel thought the name Hot Wingz or this monster is just funny, and he kept referring to, I want to see my boy Hot Wingz the whole time, just kept saying Hot Wingz over and over again. Because of this, I actually made my profile icon for my YouTube channel the Hot Wingz sprite, so you can thank my friend Weasel for that. Some etymology of the Hot Wingz monster, because of course there was. The name refers to the buffalo chicken wing cuisine of the United States, where a chicken wing section that is deep fried, unbreaded, and coated in a vinegar-based cayenne hot sauce with butter. Just saying, that's making me a little salivate a little bit, making me a little hungry. Here we are using a mega grenade to actually solve a puzzle, if you want to call it a puzzle, to get over here and get the great life spell. So now we have all our white magic here for Benjamin. And now if Ruben gets the business handed to him, we can at least revive him in battle. If you notice, if someone dies in battle and you win, then they come back with 1 hit point, so you can just cure them. So it's not that big of a loss for the most part. So this is the lava dome. It's pretty confusing in my opinion, as like I said, like the level circles from left to right because you're in a crater. But I don't know, this hub area of the level, I'll call it a hub area because it kind of is like, I don't know, like a dozen doors, so you don't know which door goes where. Some of them just lead to like no place in general. I had to actually look up a map before I attempted to run here, just so I can find all the items. There's like a helmet, the life spell, and I think something else, and just like you have to like go hit a switch to open a door to open the door to the boss or whatever it is. It's just a big maze. It's not as confusing as Pazuzu's Tower, but I don't know. It's just I still had to go look up a map or whatever it is. Fight some Hot Wingz here. I probably should have kept all the Hot Wingz fight in, but I didn't want to do that because I value my time. Anyway, you kind of go over here, and I think we can find our merry way to get it's called the Moon Helmet. I will talk more about it once I acquire the Moon Helmet. Right over this ninja here, or whatever they're called. I think they're called ninjas. The palette swap version and later in the game are called shadows. And yep, that's where the Moon Helmet is. I'll not be fighting all the monsters here because I value my time. And I value your time as well because I edited out all the fights. I don't know what I was doing there, just kind of looking at something, and my brain must have just kind of stopped functioning, but we can all look at it together and question that. Anyway, that's they picked up the Moon Helmet, so it's our second helmet in the game. It offers 9 defense, 9 evasion, which I remind you, evasion is kind of pointless in this game because it's based off frames, not off a calculation. It also, with the steel helmet, boosts Benjamin's attack +5. I don't know why. But more importantly, it bestows upon Benjamin fire protection. Now Benjamin takes half damage from fire attacks, which is great because a lot of the monsters in this dungeon, including the boss, cast fire magic on poor Benjamin. Ruben has the fire or the flame armor, and he's already resistant to fire magic, so he'll be okay. And since we fixed the protection bug by resetting the game and then restarting it, Ruben actually has proper fire resistance, so that's awesome. I'm just healing myself. I try to edit out a lot of the healing and stuff just because like going to the inventory is not really necessary. I like to show off like weapons and armor and items that I picked up just because it's kind of fun to show those off. But other than that, we're just going to go on our merry way and kill these monsters. Luckily, that monster there was a turtle monster, so they stood no chance against Benjamin's battle axe and Ruben's Morning Star. Here's the little button you have to press in order to open the door. It's kind of like one of the only buttons in the game I can think of that just open doors. I mean, there's like switches and stuff that you have to use, like your sword or your axe to interact with, to like toggle or whatever it is, or enable. But nope. That one just had a button on there. So you can actually get to that door early and then realize, oh, it's closed, and then the game hints there's something over on the right of this the fire. So go over there and find out what it is. Like I said, this dungeon's kind of confusing. I remember getting lost in this dungeon when I was at daycare all those years ago when I was a child. And I think I actually ended up like exiting the dungeon and then coming back in. I don't know why I did that, because realistically, I could have probably killed all the monsters and then able to find my way around or something. I probably could have drew a map or something, but at that time, I probably wasn't that smart enough to think of drawing maps and all that stuff. It was just kind of wandering from back and forth, getting lost over and over again. Of course, the monsters don't respawn when you enter the doors again. It's just they only respawn when you enter the dungeon again from when you go to the world map and come back. A little bit more history about my childhood, because a lot of these games I'm playing just bring back a lot of memories of childhood, because it was my escape from the real world when, you know, I'd failed my countless exams and tests that I did when I was in school, and being told by teachers that I have no potential and I'm not suitable for college or whatever it is. And you know what I say to all those people? They can suck my balls. Anyway, keep going through the lava dome here. I wish they just called it volcano, but nope, the volcano is the dungeon to scale in order to get wherever it is. This is actually a dead end over here. I just kept it in here because why not? Yeah, like, you see how fun this is? The lava dome, just doors leading to dead ends and stuff, so blah, 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 blah. Gonna go up here and fight these gargoyles or whatever they're called, Avizards or something, Avizards or something. I don't know what they're called. They're weak to the exit spell, which I don't show off in this video, but that's okay. Keep coming down here. I think I'm getting pretty close to the door leading to the boss. Usually, if the rule of thumb is if you see like a pile of shimmering gold, you're getting closer to the like right there. I'm getting close. I know for a fact I'm getting closer to the door leading to the boss. So that's cool. Just gonna keep jumping around over here. And this level actually uses the jumping mechanic pretty well, because I get to jump across chasms, or whatever you want to call them. I use that term loosely. I think here is just another dead end, but I do pick up a bunch of like crap. And by crap, I mean cure potions, explosives, which isn't really crap. Heal potions and more explosives. Again, the explosives aren't crap. And then I pick up some more explosives. So 30 explosives, or 26 in technically, but you know what I'm saying. 30 explosives in question. Nope, nothing over there, so I must have went the wrong way, but hey, why not just show off some mistakes? This isn't a task or a speed run after all. Fight some more hot wings and continue on our merry way here. Looks like we'll be fighting another battle with some more hot wings. I only want to show that one fight off because I'm not going to show all the hot wings off. Kind of glad my friend had such interest in the hot wings to inspire me to actually use an icon for my YouTube channel, because Butt Sanchez, it just defaults to the initial, so BS. Everyone knows I'm full of bullshit. But whatever. Keep going over here, fight these salamanders or whatever they're called, and keep going on our merry way. I think we're getting closer to... Yep, there's the door to the boss of this dungeon, the dual head Hydra. I will not be talking about the etymology of that... of the monster, just talking about how kind of stupid it is. Actually, it's... Well, I guess I'll talk about when we get to it, but we're gonna go heal Ruben there with the heal spell. Most people actually don't know, you can actually cast the heal spell on the monsters, and I think that in a speedrun, there's actually one instance where if you do that, you can, it does like a, bestows, it does like a bug with it or something. But you actually get to see, like, the spell, like a little, like, angel comes out and, like, kind of... it's kind of weird. I don't show it off in the video, but it's just like, it's kind of a strange thing to see. You might want to look up a video of it. Or maybe I'll try to remember to use it when I'm on my 5th video. Because as of me recording the audio for this, I'm already done with the wind section of the world map. This is the dual head Hydra. It has 14,000 HP. It is fire elemental, but not weak to water spells. But the white spell works very well on the fire Hydra. Keep in mind, the white spell is non-elemental. I also quite enjoy the sound effect of the white spell. It just sounds menacing. I don't know why. It just sounds like a fun thing. The Fire Hydra sprite, I'd say, is probably one of the best in the game, because like it doesn't get more and more pathetic as you kill it, except for the first switch, which is probably coming up here, because one of the heads gets cut off. And then its third sprite is just the one-headed dragon, and then it turns into a more menacing-looking dragon that looks kind of like a scared cat, looking as big as it can to intimidate. So here it's already a quarter dead right now. Benjamin looks like he's about to die here, so I gotta be careful. And because Ruben is about to die as well, but we're okay here. He has cure on both of us here. Get most of our life back. Keep attacking with white, we'll be okay. The reason I don't have Ruben using in auto, even though all he does is attack, is because if you or your party member are like have a status ailment, your party member will prioritize healing that status ailment than doing any damage. And poison's really not that big of a deal in this game. I've already mentioned that before. It does like minimal damage. Probably takes like 10 turns to kill you, like 52 right there. So it actually takes 20 turns to kill you, assuming Ruben doesn't get hurt and you know, doesn't get hit the entire time. So it's really not that big of a deal. Just have that annoying like poison icon above and to the right of you. So here it is, the third sprite of this monster. It looks pretty menacing. Like I said, the sprite work in this game is quite good for all the monsters. Even the hot wings, like, they look kind of funny when you kill them. They look like chickens with their feathers plucked out, and they just look ridiculous. Okay, now we're at the last 25%. So the dragon is a little damaged, the wings are a little frayed, and it's more menacing. Like I said, it doesn't look dorky like the ice golem where it was melting away, or the Stolaris Rex or whatever it was, the Flamerus Rex or whatever is the first foul fiend, where the skeleton are just falling apart basically. Yep, not much else to do than swing your mace and okay, we killed it like that. And just like that, we're done with the fire crystal section and got the light to be restored for the fire crystal. So let's go pick up the, whatever it is, the sun or sand coin, I think is what it's called here. So let's just see what it is. It's sand or sun coin or something. Fire coin, I have no idea. Let's find out, shall we? Yep, it takes like 10, 20 seconds to do this. One crystal left to go. Well, I wouldn't say one crystal left to go. If you saw from the opening of this game, there's 5 crystals. It's one of the rare instances of Final Fantasy game where there's 5 crystals and not 4. The 5th crystal is the crystal of light. I don't know why they don't have, they never use the crystal of light in the other Final Fantasies, but whatever. Oh, it's the sun coin. It's not the sand coin or whatever it is. Let's just go stab the fire crystal for fun there. And then leave the volcano. I guess we're at the valley of the crater. Now we just have to go up these stairs to get out the volcano. And just like that, we're at the end of this. We'll see you in the next video.